homes in Houston have older single-paned windows. That leads to higher energy bills, and without protection, the sun can fade your floors and carpeting and other things in your house. Leonard Courtright from Allied Siding and Windows is part of our team of experts here at Great Day Houston when it comes to home improvement. He's here to help us see clearly now.
Great, thank you. Good to be back.
All right. All kinds of reasons to get your windows in tip-top shape. One of them, as I mentioned, is that for most people, they're losing so much. The hot air when you want it to stay in is going out. The cold air when you want it to stay in is going out.
Yeah, it doesn't work like a refrigerator where it keeps things, you know, the right temperature. Yeah. And the question is, why wait? Why wait for the heat, the high utility bills, your furniture to get messed up? And we also have a tax credit yet this year, so why wait for that to expire? So this is a window that we actually took out of a home last year. And despite the extreme climate here in Houston, over 90% of homes have single pane windows like this or inefficient double pane windows. Does anybody think that's an attractive window? I hope not. I hope not. But this is in fact, we took a pane of glass out so we can demonstrate how inefficient this window is for you. But this is what most homes in Houston and Harris County have, and we can help make some real changes and improvements.
Yeah, and the other thing I talked about, the reason why to do it is that if you go around your house and you look at certain things that you have, if you look at the floor closely, especially if you have a rug on top of it, you remove it, you can see how the floor has faded. This is an example of how it can fade. This is something our producer had on his mantle, and the sun was shining through. So here's the color it is now, but that's the color that it used to be, much darker, right? And so it kind of sneaks up on you. You don't realize the damage is being done, and replacing the floors, you'd rather not do that.
And this may be, you know, a childhood memory or something, but most of us may have wood floors, example, in the house. And depending on where the furniture sits and the rugs are, you can have that kind of a problem with your wood floor as well.
Our producer says he only paid $20 for it. But anyway.
You still don't want it to be two colors, though. It wasn't intended to be two colors.
Yeah, you should have paid 10 if you're going to do it in two colors.
That's right.
But anyway, okay, so you don't want to fade those things. Let's show an example of what these windows do. Having the double pane, and I guess was it some kind of UV protection or just okay?
Yeah, our window blocks out 97% of the UV rays, plus it protects from heat. So let me do a quick heat demonstration here. As I mentioned earlier, what we'll do is we're going to spike a heat meter here to about 400 BTU, so you can see where that is and how that works. I have to turn that off or else it'll melt my meter. And then I have that single pane of glass that I had taken out of that nasty window earlier. Let me show you what your current windows will do in terms of knocking down the heat. So if you look at that meter there, you'll see that that meter will barely move.
Right. So the heat's coming right through. And I got to tell you,
right
when you feel this right here, okay, let me get, ma'am, come on up here. Yeah, come on up. Okay, just want you to stick your hand right there in front of that window. Oh my gosh,
still feel the heat coming through.
Yeah,
exactly,
super hot,
exactly.
Okay? So that's what's coming in your house when you're trying to cool it down in the summertime.
Right, exactly. And now, there's kind of the thought that if I have double pane glass, I'm protected from the elements. Well, here's a standard double pane window that you can buy in most box stores. And if you show the heat meter again there, you'll see that the standard double pane window will do a little better, but it moves the needle only a little bit more. Only a little bit more.
Right.
So most people think double pane window, I've got all the protection that I need. That just really isn't the case.
Still
exactly.
Warm. Yeah.
However, here's our window, our private label window made by Simonton. We'll demonstrate the window here in a minute. But if we'll show the heat meter one more time there, and you'll see that our window, the other two barely moved it, and then watch that meter.
All the way up, okay?
Blocks almost all the heat.
Okay, don't feel anything. Don't feel anything. Okay, so again, a lot of us are just wasting money, but we don't think about our windows. We think about, you know, trying to cut down on our usage and stuff like that. But it really is, you're like warming up or cooling down the neighborhood.
You have a lot of holes in your house.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want holes in your head or anything, but you have a lot of holes in your house, and you're letting the cool air out and the warm air in, and vice versa. The Simonton window, our private label window, is expected to save up to 40% on your utility bills.
Wow.
So besides performing well, it's really just kind of a pretty functional window. So I thought Darren could kind of demonstrate some of the features of the window.
Yeah.
So this is a double hung window. Most windows that you have now are just single hung, but double hung means both the lower sash and the upper sash both operate.
Well, that's cool.
Both sashes, of course, tilt out, so it's nice and easy to clean. Well, so this one has interior grids on it. Well, Leonard, if you'll just stabilize that for me. There you go. So it's much easier to clean that. There's with the other window that we looked at earlier, you know, have to clean individual panes.
This is better than like
a
Bacubon set.
So, and of course, much more energy efficient, not just because of the glass package, but each side of the window has 2, if not 3 layers of protection on it with weather stripping.
Yeah.
So.
All right. There's a 14-item checklist that you go through. So you want to remove, you dispose of the old windows. Talk us through how you do business, because you are a stickler for doing business
The right way.
The right
First
way.
of all, everybody gets the same price. You know, a lot of times you go into somewhere and stuff isn't marked. They're just going to see how much they can charge you. You ever go into a place like that? Well, all of our customers get the same price. They get the real price. We're not like a car lot where we're going to give you a really big price, but we'd sell it for a lot less.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets an all-inclusive price. So things like disposing of the windows, we don't charge you to move furniture. We don't charge you to, remove blinds and put them back in when we're done. That's included in our entire price. So there's no hidden costs.
Yeah. Also, you don't just hire people and say, hey, I got some windows that need to be put in. Everybody has to be factory trained.
Yep. All of our crews are trained by the various manufacturers so that we're sure it's done right. I tell customers you want to have a good quality window, but you want to make sure it's been measured right, manufactured right, and installed right to get maximum performance.
Yeah. And you actually give people your number, your cell phone number.
All of my customers and prospective customers get my personal cell phone number, which somebody's holding over there right now. But if anybody ever has a question or a comment, they can call me. In fact, I mentioned last time, after the New Year, I guess it was, I had a customer call me and say these windows kept out all the noise of the fireworks, so we were able to sleep all night instead of having the neighborhood fireworks keeping us up all night. Exactly.
All right. Well, Leonard, once again, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
I'll let you know, for all of February, Leonard's got some big love for you. Allied Siding and Windows is offering 15% off their competitive prices to their customers. As an added bonus, the first 50 callers will get a 32-inch television with a minimum purchase. For more information, call 713-WINDOWS at 713-946-3697, 713-946-3697, or log on to AlliedSidingAndWindows.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coming up from